Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late February going into early March 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what we have for the Rams here as we move from late February towards early March. Hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends, and we are getting very close to birthday season. It's not too far away, so I hope you're all getting ready. But yeah, let's take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself, and at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aries, late February into early March, please. We're in Pisces season, which means we are up next, my friends, and we have this beautiful spiritual energy, and that ties almost directly into one of the more recent readings I did for you, specifically the bonus. It's loving, it's spiritually protected. This is really positive. Whatever shows up in the whole reading itself, this is a good silver lining and sign. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the February subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. So, if you look at the image here, you see the woman in the red headdress. She is beautiful, and she is snuggling up next to that dove, that white bird. Now, in divination and symbolism, white birds represent that love and light type of energy. It represents spirit, whether it's angels, guides, ancestors. So you see this very strong bond and connection that's here. When I see it, I always have to say, Aries, you are very much being watched over. There's a lot of spiritual protection here, which is really nice. But another thing with this card, if we cut the whole spiritual side out of it, this is a very affectionate type of energy. So for some of you, maybe you're feeling a little more affectionate than you normally are. Maybe there's a specific person you want to give a big old bear hug to. Maybe that's something you need, right? I know they tell us, Aries, that, yeah, we could be a little hard-headed and aggressive sometimes, but we're human, right? We like hugs, we like attention, we like love, and this card can represent that. So we're just going to put it down right over here. Obviously, it's not like the biggest aspect of the whole reading, but the spiritual aspect is really nice. And yeah, you might need to either show or receive some affection here. We're going to put her down over there, and let's get tarot going. I always say the first card there, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's see what's up for Aries, please, my guides. And while we get this deck all shuffled up and ready, let's talk about your most recent readings. Now, a few days ago, I did do a bonus for Aries, and it was titled A Massive Omen. There was a lot of spiritual connection, which is why I was talking about this card here. So watch out for the signs and synchronicities. But even going back to last weekend's reading, an unexpected win, there's a really positive energy moving towards the Aries collective. So I'm hoping good things are starting to line up for a lot of you. But, I mean, as you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or even somebody that you're linked to. Just take it as it hits. Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Aries, please. Late February into early March. Thank you. Okay, so we do have some karmic energy. 2 cards pop out together. We have the death card. Do not be nervous about that, okay? Because to me, this is a big card of cycles, karmic energy, all that good stuff. Okay, whether you're starting one. We also have the 10 of Cups that popped out with the death card. So there's a couple of things that I'm seeing here. Let's get you one more. What do we got for Aries, please? One more. Thank you. Okay, double 10s. So various different things here, my friends, that we will absolutely have to talk about. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. I don't feel like this is all bad. For a lot of you, I do feel like this could be a matter of perspective with certain things you're going through. But at first look, first glance, there is a common theme I'm seeing here, because the death card, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, they all do represent the close of a cycle or an ending of some sort. But if you notice here, there's a lot of water, there's a lot of emotion, and with this death card, it's like, okay, it could be either really, really positive or really, really rough. For some of you, it might be multiple different things, okay? But I feel it could be a matter of perspective about how you're viewing things in your current circumstance. Let's go through each one piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number 1, we have the death card. So this does represent the zodiac sign of Scorpio. If you don't have Scorpio placements, Yeah, there's a lot of readers that say, oh yeah, death, it means an ending of some sort. And it can be read like that, but to me, this is an extremely karmic card. So it could represent karmic shifts, karmic cycles, things like that. And more of a remaking yourself in one way or another. So for a lot of Aries, you might be reinventing yourself or remaking yourself. There could be a lot of change and things, there could be big transformation happening when death card is here. And I always link it to the metaphor of a phoenix rising from the ashes. That's a good thing here. Once again, it is one of the more powerful karmic cards. If it's not a Scorpio person or all the other stuff I just mentioned, it could talk about karmic cycles shifting, karmic situations, good, bad, or indifferent. And I do feel for a lot of you, there is something about like shifting your perspective or how you view a certain situation being very important. So we're just going to put that death card right over here. We'll talk about it more when we jump in and clarify. Now, moving over to the next card, it is also water element. We have the beautiful, lovely 10 of Cups. So the complete opposite side of the coin of what we have going on here with the 10 of Swords on the back end. You see these people, they're happy, right? There's a rainbow, the whole family's together, they're chilling, they're having a blast. This is a card of wish fulfillment, happiness, a happy ending of sorts. This is a really, really good card. So I do say it could be various different wins and victories, which I've been seeing in the energy for Aries for a couple weeks now, which could be really good. Now, for some of you, it could represent the home. It could represent a living situation. It could even represent your family unit. So always keep that in mind. But what's a rough thing about this card? Because remember, every card, even the most positive, do have some drawbacks to it. The 10 of Cups in reverse could represent problems in the areas we just mentioned. The 10 of Cups in reverse could also represent someone whose emotions just aren't right now, like emotional discontent, or just like feeling very much up and down, up and down. So there might be some emotions at play in a very big way for a lot of Aries. And I know we're an emotional sign, but once again, we have the death card, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Swords. There's a lot of energy of different cycles closing. So whether you're transforming from the inside or whether it's current situations you're going through, your perspective of it is extremely important, like how you view it. Is it a win or is it a loss, right? Like outside looking in. Now moving to the back, we do have the 10 of Swords. This is a card of pain. Once again, it does link into endings of various different kinds, and this is one of the rougher. Once again, all the good things about this 10 of Cups, this is the complete inverse, so it could represent pain and loss, very much down in the dumps, rock bottom. But when I see this card, I think, hey, there's nowhere to go but up. Now, as with all cards of pain, it could represent a whole spectrum. It could be something a little minor, right? Maybe you're a little grumpy. Maybe you're annoyed by something, or something's just really bugging at you or lingering with you in one way or another, some sort of pain or annoyance. But at the same time, this could be really rough too. So there might be some Aries that are really going through it. But when I look at the big ball of wax, like when I put all these cards, yes, they do have the theme of endings of different kinds. I really feel like how you view it is extremely important moving forward. Are you going to look at it in the optimistic way? Or are you just going to try to work through the pain? Like, it's really about how someone's viewing. Now, for a portion of you, if this is a situation involving multiple people, one person might come out better than the other, if that makes sense. Or like someone views it better than the other person does. It's like, okay, well, it's over, it's ended, and I'm happy though. It's giving me such odd vibes. So yeah, I want to dive deeper on all of it, Aries. Let's jump in and clarify. I feel like I saw ending energy for you in like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, so doesn't surprise me. What have we got here, my gods? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that death card. What's happening here with the death card? And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aries, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, death card, what's happening? Okay, thank you. Lovers. Okay. This could be getting by with a little help from your friends in a way or another. Now, for a big portion of you, you might be having a little bit of difficulty with a Gemini. For some of you, this could be some trying times with someone you have a very close emotional bond with. The Lovers doesn't just have to be romance, right? This could be like a really dear friend. This could be somebody that you've known for years or a family member. And I feel like there's a positive here, but there's also a challenge. Now, This card does also have the Archangel Raphael. It's very healing. So once again, this spiritual protection, whatever these trials and tribulations may be, you could be insulated to an extent, or you could really get by with the help of a support system. Okay, if you don't have a big support system, that could be something coming towards you in this time, or maybe Spirit wants you to try to build one. Okay, but it's like a multi-pronged type of message here. I don't feel like it's anything treacherous, but you might be going through some trying times with somebody that you have a very close link and bond with. Okay, but once again, it could go multiple different ways, or it could be about your perspective, how you view this situation or this thing. And we'll get a lot more detail on it as we move forward. But yeah, just to recap super quick, once again, watch out for issues with those that you have a very close emotional bond with, specifically like possible chapters closing and ending. There's a lot of big spiritual protection here, and you could receive assistance and help through any trying times with your support system. And I can't let go of the karmic energy just yet. That's another thing I do have to mention. As we move forward, it could be a karmic cycle ending or a karmic cycle closing, okay, where you may have learned a lesson, now it's on to the next. Like, it's giving me that type of vibe. What's going on at 10 of Cups? Let's see why the 10 of Cups is here. Remember, only take this how it hits for you. So why is the 10 of Cups in the mix? Okay, Hermit in reverse. Yeah, and just like I saw for you like last week, this could be really seeing the silver lining of the situation as well. You could have a eureka moment or an aha moment where everything starts to make sense, where, you know, where you're thinking like, all right, well, this situation, it might be a little bit rough, it might not be ideal, but I'll take it. It's like, okay, I could work with this. It's giving me an interesting energy like that. So when we see the Hermit, it could represent a Virgo that you're connected to or related to. And when I see it in reverse, it's like something coming out of nowhere, coming out of the shadows, so to speak. So remember last weekend I saw an unexpected win. So I'm still picking that up here in the energy, which has been in the mix for Aries for quite a while. Regardless of these karmic endings and things shifting, I feel like it could end up in your benefit, even if you don't see it right now at this moment. Once again, something really going your way and you don't even possibly see how it could, but it is. That's what I'm feeling here. I really like it. I feel like it's claimable energy here. And it is just popping up out of nowhere. It's like the funniest little energy. But yeah, whatever situations you're going through, you could absolutely have a eureka moment where you understand it or you accept it. And you're like, you know what? I see the positive in this and I'll take that. If that's not you, that could be someone you're linked to where they're like, okay, well, maybe this was meant to be for a reason. Let's keep moving over to the 10 of Swords. Let's see why that 10 of Swords is here. Then we'll do a recap of the whole spread. Then we'll get into the shadow card. And yeah, once again, remember, this could be very positive in the center. There's a good healing energy here as well. Not all chapters closing are a bad thing. You could be moving into a very nice new cycle of life. So let's go in on that 10 of Swords. That's the one I've been watching the most. If there's a warning here, it's that one. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. All right. We have the star in reverse underneath this 10 of Swords. Like, now this is somebody who has the complete opposite outlook of what's going on here. Okay, so I feel like this could be two things. Either it's two people, one is feeling much more optimistic than the other. If this isn't two people, please watch out for the swings, okay? The optimistic swings into the pessimistic. It's like the highs are super high, the lows are super low, whatever it is you might be dealing with. The star to me is once again a card of wish fulfillment, very powerful. It does link to the sign of Aries, not Aries, Aquarius, pardon me. But when I see it in reverse, it could be someone who's like, feeling a little hopeless about something or long-term prospects of something. It's like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not feeling too good. So we have this extreme optimism in the center, and then we're switching to this pessimism on the back end. And yeah, there could be something that's a little difficult to grapple with here when I see this on the back end. But once again, I don't feel like it's world-ending treacherous. I'm not giving any major warnings here on the back end, but I would say mainly watch out for like the swings, the big swings with whatever situations you're going through, where like you're feeling super high and confident and like, yeah, everything's great, right down to the complete opposite, like going from extreme to extreme. Okay, so there could be big energetic swings here. Okay, if this isn't just two people viewing a situation from different vantage points. Let's go through and do a quick recap, Aries. Remember, only take it how it hits for you. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, and I'll mention the top row again, Death card, 10 cups, 10 of swords. There is energy of cycles closing and things ending, and it doesn't all feel bad. Position number 1, we have the Death card with the Lovers in the upright. So some of you might be having some difficulties with a very close emotional connection or attachment, whether it's a really good friend, family member, or a romantic partner, you name it. There feels like there's trials and tribulations, but you could be turning a new leaf here. Another thing I like, there's a lot of spiritual protection right here on the front end. You're being watched over, you're being protected, which is good. It's a nice insulated type of energy. So I do like this, and you could receive a lot of help and assistance from your support system if you're going through some difficult times. But the karmic cycle's ending, the karmic cycle's closing are here as well. On to the center, we do have the Ten of Cups with the Hermit in reverse. Like, this is something popping up out of nowhere, but it's very, very good to me. There's so much spiritual energy attached here with all the major arcana. There's powerful energy at play. So I do feel either this is somebody seeing the silver lining of the situation, or that unexpected win where it's like, okay, that went better than I thought it would. There's a certain acceptance as well. Like, all right, well, it is what it is. Moving to the back end, we have the Ten of Swords with the Star in reverse. I did say this felt like a big pessimistic swing. So if this is you, watch out for the spikes, like the super high highs and the super low lows. It's like swinging back and forth. Or this is two people viewing the same situation from completely different perspectives. Okay, like where one is like coming out better than the other, if that makes sense. But yeah, please take a screenshot of that, Aries. Let's get into the shadow card for you. I mean, there's claimable energy in there. I don't know what's happening to cause such spikes like this. But yeah, let's get it going. And as you know, Aries, I like to pull one shadow card towards the very end just to see what it might be, whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see yet. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge either. Sometimes they could be good. Maybe we'll get more information about this guy here in the center. But yeah, let's get one shadow card for Aries, please, my gods. And yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for my channel members. Let's get it going. What do we got here for Aries, please? What's happening? Okay. Being very specific. Hey, we got the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, with a tentacle beard. Now, for some of you, yeah, this could be that little warning that we were seeing about the extremes of emotion when we have the King of Cups in the shadows. Now, a portion of you, we have a lot of repeating themes here because the King of Cups could represent love and interpersonal relationships. If you're not connected to a water sign itself, it's your emotional connection showing up very powerfully in the shadows. So you could be feeling something very deep, extremely intense in this time. And we are known for our intensity as Aries, and it does feel extremely intense what I'm picking up. But when we get this guy in the shadows, it is another little, little hint from Spirit saying like, listen, Aries, try to take the middle path with something, or try to not fall into too much extreme. Okay, don't get too high and optimistic, don't get too low and pessimistic. It's like, try to find a middle balance, see the good and bad in something. So take from that what you will, my friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the February subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please feel free to go over to my website, mastermetaphysics.com, to check out my digital calendar. But for the February subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of my go-to decks, and it is absolutely awesome. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one vibes with your energy the best? Is it the Wands, the Pentacles, Cups, or Swords? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of February, I'll announce winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.